Welcome back to episode 4 of our ongoing home renovation series. You're looking at a shot here of the house within a month after we bought it. And you can see there's a lot of vegetation, big trees, a lot of overgrowth. Almost as soon as we got in, we started cutting them down, trying to get a little bit of control over everything. There's a lot of work to do, there still is. But one by one, we brought down a lot of these big trees, went to Home Depot and ended up renting a lift for a day. That allowed me to cut down 7 big trees that were surrounding the property. And that was huge because that also enabled me to start repairing the shed, which you'll see later. But here in this first shot, now what you're looking at is our front porch. And the pillars were a little bit crooked. They were out further on the bottom than they were in the top. Oh, and that's our new dog, Indy, by the way. She's 7 months old. What we had to do, though, was jack up the front porch so that we could adjust the roof line before we got a new roof. So all of this took place in the weeks leading up to getting a new roof. We got several bids and went through that process and ended up finding a neighbor, actually, who was willing to do it for us for reasonable cost. And once he got started, he found that the original roof, all the original shingles were still on there, going all the way back to the 1880s. So in this next shot, you'll see right there where after they started tearing off the shingles, you can see at least 2 or 3 different layers, but there were actually 4, even 5 layers of shingles in some spots. Now here you can see it's all torn down to the original timber that was for the cedar shakes. They got all that torn off, and now you can kind of see what it looks like in the attic as they started putting up the new OSB sheathing so that the new roof would basically have a good foundation. This is looking out the attic, one of the attics, into a little storage space that we're eventually going to finish out. But, there's so many things to do, you just got to go one at a time. Been working on the roof. Not me, I sure haven't. We've had a crew working on the roof, and they're getting some progress. That chimney there, I rebuilt. Obviously, it still needs to be built up quite a bit higher, but I just started on this one over here this morning. So it's gonna get the same thing. I'm just doing those before the guys need to flash the roof. But yeah, this is making progress. It's awesome. Got the old chimney over here too, that's horrible. Fix that later. There's a little peek into the attic. Okay. From start to finish, I think the roofers were here for about 2.5 weeks, off and on, getting things from, the initial tear off until the last piece of flashing and gutters were installed. One of the big things, though, I made sure to do while they were working was restore this chimney that had been cut down below the roof line. Decided to bring it back for the look. It'll be blocked off, though. Now this is our shed, which is originally an old wash house. I found an inscription on it that makes me think it was built in 1924. So the house was built in the 1880s, so the wash house wasn't original, but it's still super old. And you can see the old wire coming off the house for the original knob and tube line. That's since been removed, but these trees that were growing up against the shed really caused a lot of foundation damage and have ultimately made a lot of extra work for me. Getting those trees down was huge before I could really do anything. Welcome to the shed. It's super dirty in here.
I've been trying to clean it a little bit, and it actually is getting better. You know, I swept a couple stairs, but you'll see all this nonsense. It's like this place has never been cleaned, but can't really see down there yet, but I pulled out all the carpet that's over there from the bottom. All these nasty rolls of carpet that are loaded with cat urine.
After a little more cleanup, the next big thing to clean up was the old tin shed that was sitting next to the wash house. We got rid of that so that we could get to these trees and get them down and just really clean up the whole area. And then it's really been just maintaining the building since then. And over here on the back, there's a little doorway we didn't know we actually had. But I tore off all the tin and all of the little insulative coverings that were there. And it revealed that the whole structure still had barnwood underneath it. And there was no way of knowing that because of the condition of the inside and the old sheetrock and things that they had nailed up. But slowly we took down all of the tin. Every night for a week or so I'd come home and tear off another wall. Cleaned them up, and yeah, we've got some good barnwood to work with. We'll get the whole thing trimmed out and should be a good looking old rustic barn. Started taking off the tin on the roof here on the wash house basement entrance, and you can see, take a look at this side. I took the cedar shakes off, and that's what we've got. It looks just like the house, but over here on the other side I haven't taken off the cedar yet, and the original shakes are still intact. It looks pretty cool, but it's all going to get replaced. But yeah, this whole thing was covered in tin just like the rest of it. And maybe tomorrow we'll start putting down new wood and get ready for the new roof. Vines everywhere. Wish I had that on camera. Just pulled down that big board. It's pretty scary. Now that we've got a roof on the shed, this does one huge thing in that the shed is now usable. Things can go inside there and we won't have any fear that they're going to get rained on or get ruined. So that helps out a lot with the space that we have in the house too, because so many of the rooms in the house that we've been working on are always in constant rotation, sharing space with the tools. So this is something we're really excited about, and there's obviously a lot of work left to do.